Alright, let's get into it. For the last 50 years, one thing has completely rocked the business world more than anything else. No, it's not avocado toast or the rise of corporate branded tote bags. It's information technology, IT, the engine behind everything. Think of it like this. Business used to be a horse-drawn carriage. It moved, it got the job done, but it was slow, local. And if you wanted to send a message, you literally had to send a person. Then it showed up, ripped out the horse and dropped in a V8 engine with twin turbos and a nitrous boost. Suddenly, everything changed. It became the single biggest catalyst for change, acting like a super accelerant for how companies talk, work, and grow. This technological revolution hasn't just been about getting faster emails or building fancier websites. It has fundamentally rewired the DNA of business itself. The implications are massive, and they touch every single part of how a company operates. Suddenly, the speed at which you can communicate isn't just a convenience, it's a weapon. The ability to share information instantly, to make decisions in real time, to have a customer service chat pop up at 2 a.m. That's not just cool tech. That's the new baseline for survival. This isn't just an upgrade. It's a whole new operating system for commerce, and companies that didn't install it got left behind with the digital dinosaurs. The pace of business has been put on hyperdrive. We live in an era of perpetual, always-on connectivity. Your phone buzzes, your laptop pings, your smartwatch vibrates. The expectation is instant response, instant analysis, and instant action. This creates a high-pressure environment where communication is constant and fluid. The old 9-to-5 workday, defined by the physical presence in an office, has been shattered. The new workday is defined by your connection to the network. Being a good business leader is no longer about walking the factory floor. It's about navigating a chaotic, non-stop digital conversation and somehow making sense of it all. This isn't just a story about technology. It's a story about development, about how these tools have allowed businesses to evolve in ways our grandparents could have never imagined. It's about how an idea sketched on a digital whiteboard in Bangalore can be reviewed by a team in Boston and funded by investors in London, all before lunch. This chapter is your guide to understanding this massive shift. We're going to break down how we got here, from the first clunky computers to the seamless multimedia world we live in now. We will explore how it didn't just give us new tools, but created an entirely new arena for business to play in. Think about the world before this IT boom. Your office was a building. Your team was the group of people you saw every day. Your market was probably your city, or maybe your country if you were a big deal. Geography was a wall, a real physical barrier that dictated everything. It didn't just knock down that wall, it vaporized it. It collapsed distance. Suddenly, that team in Boston could work with the team in Bangalore not as a novelty, but as a standard operating procedure. This gave birth to the truly global enterprise, a sprawling, interconnected organism where work follows the sun and talent is sourced from anywhere with a decent internet connection. This shift has completely flattened the way companies are structured. The old model was a pyramid. You had the big boss at the top, layers of middle management, and the workers at the bottom. Information trickled down slowly. Ideas struggled to climb up. Now, communication flows like a web. A junior designer can drop a brilliant idea into a company-wide Slack channel and have the CEO see it seconds later. This networked, direct flow of information can spark innovation and speed up decisions in ways that the old-school top-down hierarchy never could. It means more voices can be heard, but it also means there's a lot more noise to filter through. The very idea of the workplace has been redefined. It's no longer a physical address you commute to. The workplace is now a digital ecosystem. It's the collection of apps, platforms, and networks that you log into every morning. Your desk might be in a skyscraper in Mumbai, a spare bedroom in Mexico City, or a coffee shop in Milan. For managers, this is a whole new ballgame. Your job isn't to watch people to make sure they're typing. It's to be a digital conductor, orchestrating the flow of information, building trust with people you might never meet in person, and fostering a sense of team and culture across different time zones and continents. This chapter will dig into the core elements of this transformation. We're going to trace the history, looking at how communication tech and computer tech once separate worlds slammed into each other to create the digital universe we now inhabit. We will examine the incredible power of multimedia, how moving from plain text to rich video and interactive graphics changed the game. We'll look at how the modern workplace evolved from a physical space to a conceptual one. And finally, we will analyze the ultimate game changer, the internet, which didn't just give us new ways to talk, but opened a completely new chapter in how humans and organizations connect. Okay, let's talk about one of the most creative and sometimes controversial ways that IT has infiltrated the modern workplace: gamification. This sounds like a buzzword invented by a consultant, but the idea is actually pretty simple and powerful. Gamification is the process of taking all the fun and addictive elements from video games, things like points, badges, leaderboards, quests, and competition, and applying them to non-game activities. We're talking about your actual job. The goal is to hijack the part of our brain that loves to play and use it to make boring, routine business tasks feel more engaging, more motivating, and maybe even a little bit fun. This isn't about letting your employees play Candy Crush all day. It's about fundamentally redesigning work processes to feel more like a game. By weaving game mechanics directly into the communication and workflow platforms that people use every day, organizations can transform the mundane into the meaningful. Tapping into our deep-seated, intrinsic human desires for achievement, recognition, competition, and community is a powerful psychological tool. It can reframe a tedious task from being something I have to do into a challenge I want to conquer. It's a subtle but profound shift in perspective that can have a huge impact on employee engagement and productivity when done right. Imagine a company's internal knowledge-sharing platform. To encourage participation, the system could award points to employees every time they answer a colleague's question or contribute a useful article. These points accumulate, and employees can earn badges like Community Helper or Topic Expert. A public leaderboard showcases the top contributors for the month, creating a sense of status and friendly competition. Suddenly, sharing knowledge isn't just a nice thing to do. It's a game you can win, providing visible recognition for your expertise and contributions to the team. Another classic example is in sales. Sales is already a competitive field, and gamification just leans into that. Instead of just looking at a spreadsheet of sales numbers, a team could see their performance visualized on a real-time dashboard. Maybe hitting a target unlocks a new level or a special digital badge. The top performer of the week gets a King of the Hill icon next to their name on the company chat. Even something as mundane as employee onboarding can be gamified. A new hire's journey could be structured as a series of quests or missions to complete, like Meet Your Mentor or Master the CRM, making the overwhelming first few weeks feel more structured, engaging, and rewarding. So, we've journeyed from the clunky typewriter to the lightning-fast world of AI-driven communication. The takeaway is clear. The information technology revolution isn't just a chapter in the history of business. It is the stage on which all future business will be performed. The convergence of computing and communication has flattened our world, enriched our dialogue with multimedia, and even turned work into a game. The internet superhighway has connected us all, for better and for worse, while social media turned corporate monologues into messy but essential public conversations.